She, are you hitting co-anchor or anchor? Chad, she's on that co-anchor, right?
Yeah.
Co-anchor.
Try now.
All right, we got
She's
Lacey.
got
What about Tess? Where's Tess at? You got Tess? All right. You got Dick's Faro's mic too? Chad?
His is not turned on yet.
All right. Dick Faro's mic is not turned on.
Okay, I got it.
Thank you. 10 seconds. Stand by D full sound. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll D. Made up sound. Stand by A and Lacey's mic. Roll A. White Q.
It started out as concrete and steel.
Stand by your jib. Stand by B.
Of wires. Now it's one of the most technologically advanced TV stations in the country. The Griffin Communications Media Center also stands as a symbol of the rebirth of downtown Tulsa's Brady Arts
Start your
District.
move.
And we're proud
Dissolve.
to call her home.
Stand by 2 in the quad
This is what
width.
she looks like from the inside.
Dissolve and animate.
We are honored
Ready,
you could
A,
join us
clean.
for our very first broadcast from our new studios. I'm Lacey
Roll A.
Lowry.
Take.
Stick around for a tour as Terry
Ready,
Hood
2 in the
and
quad.
Scott Thompson show you the new places
Got a
you'll see
Viz
on
3 in the
TV,
quad.
and some you won't. The
And
space
take.
may have changed, but the faces you'll
C,
find
the
here
tune
haven't.
effects, page 5.
And neither has our commitment
We'll
to
see on
bringing you
that
the news.
bumper if we
We're
need
not
to
going
get you
let
shot.
New toys and new technology
Ready, C.
get in the way of telling your stories and bringing you the best news coverage
Roll C.
in Green Country.
Take. Stand by 2 in effects.
Our top story this
2 in
evening,
effects.
death threats
There we go.
against an
Animate, dissolve.
Oklahoma
Ready, Viz
congressman
3.
prompt a federal investigation. The FBI confirms it's looking into threats reported by Congressman Markwayne Mullin.
Take. Animate.
Mullin's office
Stand by your
says
next
the
bullet.
congressman isn't the only target of the threat, but that his wife and children have also received death
Animate.
threats.
Stand by
The
your next
threats
bullet.
apparently arrived in a number of threatening letters, but his office won't say why the congressman is
Animate.
being threatened.
2 in a quad next.
Staffers tell our newsroom security measures
Ready,
have
2 in a
been
quad.
taken to protect the congressman and his family.
Take. C, the 400
Scores of Green
plasma
Country
with.
teachers are getting armed and ready in case
Ready, C.
Oklahoma law allows them to carry guns at school.
Roll C.
News on 6 reporter
Take.
Tats
Stand by
Martin
4
joins
with.
us with more new this
Dissolve
evening.
Q.
Tess?
Animate.
Lacey, hundreds of teachers registered
Animate.
today for
A,
a gun
sound
carry
full,
class
clean.
at the U.S. Shooting Academy.
Ready, A.
Most of the teachers I spoke with say they're signing up for the course in hopes they'll eventually be able to pack heat in the classroom.
Roll A. Sound. Take. A sound full. A sound
You know,
full.
my classroom, if somebody wanted to come in.
I had A up. I don't know what that was all about.
All right, 15 for Jessica.
For Jessica Decker, her high school classroom is where she says she feels most vulnerable. The safety of her students
Ready,
is
key?
her #1 priority.
We're there for the kids. That's our whole
Can't
point
animate. These keys
of
are
what
wrong.
We're doing. And
Animate
if we
out.
can't protect them and
These
ensure a
key
safe
times are
environment for
wrong.
them, we're not really doing our jobs.
That must
State
be a lot of pad
Representative
at the
Mark
beginning of
McCullough
that
says
package.
He's backing
That would be my
legislation
guess.
that would allow teachers to arm
I'm
themselves
thinking.
in the
Don't
classroom.
worry about it right now,
So
guys.
they
Just
say
focus.
with the U.S. Shooting Academy decided it was
Next
the perfect
key,
time to invite teachers
Dave,
and other
approximately
staff
45.
to the gun range for a free gun safety course.
The course is about more than just how to handle a gun, though. It's also about arming
Ready,
these
key?
educators with the basic knowledge they need to keep the
Yeah,
classroom safe.
I think that's what it is.
Basically
Can't
tells
animate.
you when you
Yeah, it's
should
about
and
4
shouldn't
off.
use your weapon,
Animate
the
out.
legal ramifications of doing so.
Whoa, Ethan
There were
Pierce,
also
photo
some
journalist.
skeptical educators that
Blow
showed to
Ethan's
register.
key off. Give
Matt
me Matt at
Hilgren is the
103.
assistant
Give me
principal
Matt
at
next.
Glenpool
Ready,
High
key?
School. He says the state is a long way away from allowing
Ish.
teachers to carry guns in class.
I know
Can't
probably
animate.
most teachers wouldn't feel very comfortable.
Animate,
so
that's your last key.
obviously
Minute
for
25
them
really
out
make
again
a
wouldn't be
difference.
good idea.
Be out
But
the
the
4 in the
teachers who
class.
are comfortable say with the right training and
B
proper
class.
screening, being armed at school is their only sure way for safety.
Ready, 4.
If we have even just 2 or 3 teachers in the school that are
Yeah, read the
protected
prompt.
or that
Here
can
we go.
protect the
Here
kids
we are.
like that, I think that can really make a difference.
Take Q.
There will
2 in
be
effects, A
several
in the vid
courses
box
scheduled
next.
for educators in the next few months. Now, these teachers tell me they do
Ready, 2 in
understand
effects,
that
ready,
even by
A.
taking the course, it's still against the law for them to carry a gun on school property.
Roll
Testimony,
A.
News on 6
Animate,
tonight.
take Q. Ready, A full
Oklahoma
width.
gun owners are pushing back against President Obama's gun control
Take,
efforts
animate.
this evening. More than 1,000 pro-gun activists
Animate,
rallied
B
at the
sound
state
full
capitol.
width.
It's part of a
You gave this
nationwide
key sheet,
movement
what do with it?
organized mostly through
Ready,
social
B?
media called Guns Across America.
Okay, we're good.
Demonstrators say their Second Amendment rights are under attack. Tom Washer and his wife drove 4 hours from Texas to rally on the Capitol steps in Oklahoma
Roll B.
City.
Sound.
You know, our
Take,
Second
animate.
Amendment is not about hunting.
Animate out. Next key's
It's
Genie.
about,
Ready, key. 21 seconds.
Freedom from government tyranny. That's why the founding fathers came up with the Bill of Rights, especially the Second Amendment.
I just think that maybe we need to stop and reevaluate
Animate out.
what we're
Ready,
doing
three.
before we
Ready,
just
three. Take three. Cue.
restrict more.
President Obama is urging Congress to
Ready,
require
A.
universal background checks, ban high-capacity magazines, and reinstate a ban on
Roll
assault
A.
weapons.
Take.
Authorities say this man is lucky to have
effects next.
survived an
We'll
almost
dissolve out of
deadly
this.
heist before sunrise this morning.
Stand by, two in
The Muskogee
effects.
County Sheriff says
Go ahead and
Russell
animate that
Barlow
box.
climbed a power pole to steal copper from an electric
And
transformer.
dissolve.
He was
C
zapped. The
to
electric
3
current went all the way
for
through
page
his
10.
body, entering his hands and exiting his feet.
Ready, C.
Badly injured, he stumbled to a police officer's home. The officer called for help, and Barlow
Roll
was
C.
flown to a Tulsa hospital.
Take. Stand by 3.
Cities throughout Oklahoma
And
may
dissolve.
soon have the right to
A
ban
clean.
certain breeds of dogs
Ready,
if
A.
one state lawmaker gets his way. State Senator
Roll A.
Patrick Anderson
Take.
of Enid is
B
behind the
sound
bill
full
that would
width.
change the current law, which says banning any type of dog
Ready, B.
is illegal. He says he sponsored the new bill after leaders in Blackwell urged him to do so. Anderson says he wants to allow cities to control their own destinies, but animal lovers aren't
Roll
so
B.
sure.
Sound. Take. Can animate.
We're really proud of our
Animate
our
out. This
rights
runs
that we
9. Stand by
have
Lacey's
and
mic.
our animals. They've changed the wording a bit, but it is breed-specific legislation.
Mic cue. Stand by
The
C.
bill is
First
expected
forecast.
to be
Roll C.
introduced next
White
month.
sound. Stand by 1 with. Dissolve. Cue. Key and animate.
Well, it's certainly a mighty nice day.
Animate
to be
out.
doing
Stand by
most
weather
anything
6 in the
outdoors. And
plasma.
of course, we've had a lot
Dissolve.
of folks have been very busy moving.
Stand by weather
and the
6
weather
full.
could not have been better.
Dissolve.
For January, it doesn't get much better than this.
3
Here's
and
a
1
view
for your
from the
double, then
satellite
C
radar
for
composite.
page
Notice
12.
The absence of any cloud cover across the state. Here's how daytime highs have been, if you can believe this, for the middle of January.
30.
Mostly well into the 60s, pretty much across the state. Some mid to upper 60s mixed
C
in there.
cubed,
Right now,
so
we're down
just
into the 50s for the most
let it
part.
go. There you go.
And we do have the fair skies and a rather light
Yeah,
wind.
don't.
Downtown Tulsa still at 62, as usually the case. We're a bit warmer
It's
than
going to be a
everybody
little
else.
tight
50s
here on 12,
elsewhere.
though, John.
And we're going to have a great day tomorrow.
That
Another
looks
very
good.
pleasant
Stand by
day.
you
A little
double.
bit cooler than today. It's going to be colder yet on Monday. We'll talk more about what's
Dissolve.
coming our way
Ready,
next
C.
time around. Back to you, Lacey.
All right,
Roll
thanks a lot,
C.
Dick.
Take. Stand by 2 in
Covering
effects.
the nation, President Obama
Animate,
kicked off
dissolve.
3 days
Back
of
to C
inaugural
days, sound
events
full
with the
clean.
National Day
Ready,
of
C.
Service. People around the country are giving back as
Roll C.
Washington prepares for the
Take.
president's
Stand
swearing
by A,
in.
full sound.
Susan McGinnis is on the National Mall with the
Roll A.
latest.
Wipe sound.
President
All right,
Obama
first and only
rolled
key
up
is
his
108
sleeves to
from
help
Madeline.
spruce up a
This runs a minute
Washington,
21
D.C.
standard.
elementary
We'll tag
school.
3.
The president and first lady stained a bookshelf as part of their National Day of Service project.
The very young people did some really good work, and
6
some
on
of the
the
older
move
folks
just
like me
ran.
who it hurt
Don't worry about it
getting
until we
our
get to the
knees
break, okay,
kind
John?
of bending down a little bit. We were able
I know.
to manage
I know.
also.
But
It's a
C just
tradition
ran
President
again.
Obama started 4 years ago to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
We'll get
Vice
in the
President
break.
Joe Biden and his wife joined volunteers assembling care packages for soldiers.
Knowing that we back home, just remember, we know
and you
what's
probably
going on.
noticed this.
Is
Producer
an
clock's on the
important
right,
piece
director clock on
of
the left up
equation.
there.
The White House
Up above
says
the monitors.
volunteers in all
Or-
50 states gave
or
back to their
yes.
communities.
Yes.
One of the biggest events took place inside this tent on the National Mall. Service groups recruited volunteers to
Nothing
help
for
with
Susan.
projects year-round.
17-year-old Madeline
here
Hartnett
comes
joined
Madeline.
other
Ready,
students
key.
from around the country to send a message to service members overseas.
We have the
Key and animate.
opportunity to give back to our troops, to sign cards,
Animate out.
and
That's
to
your
do
last
things
key.
to
Here we are, a
kind
little
of
under
tell
10.
them
Ready,
that
3.
we love them and that we're thankful for their service.
Crews
Stand it
around the
out.
Capitol are busy making last-minute preparations for Monday's big event when an estimated 800,000
This
people
is not
will
a
be
minute
on
21
hand for
either.
President Obama's public swearing-in. Susan McGinnis, News on 6.
Take Q. That was a minute 30.
President Obama actually begins his second term tomorrow. It'll be a private
Ready,
swearing-in
A.
at the White House
Stand by,
with
A. We're
public
gonna dissolve here.
celebrations on Monday. Well, it was an emotional goodbye. Many of you were
Roll
there
A
with us
and
as we
dissolve.
turned out the lights on our headquarters
Stand by for
for the
music,
past
stand by your
64
break,
years,
Master.
the building that housed Tulsa's very first TV station. After last night's newscast, we packed up and made the move to the Brady
Sticking a
District.
little music, stand
When
by
we
your
come
break.
back, a 360-degree tour of our new studios.
And fade this. Roll your back faster. Nicely done. 15. All right, stand by 2 in the quad with A inside the quad and Lacey's name in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll A. And fade up Q. Can't animate.
Our new
Richie, I can't
headquarters
see.
is
Ready, C.
twice as large as the building we left
Animate out.
behind. There are lots of new
Roll C.
features, but the crown
Take.
jewel is
Stand by
our
B,
new
full sound.
studio.
We'll
Scott
dissolve
Thompson
here.
and Terry Hood show us what we're moving
Roll
into.
B. Dissolve sound and can't animate.
Welcome to our brand new studios at 303 North Boston.
Yeah,
this is our performance studio. It's for 6 in
All
the
right.
morning where the bands
That's
can
your
set
last
up and
key.
play the music
224
for you.
standard will be dissolving to the jib.
Look at this. Over here's the
Okay,
kitchen.
so I've noticed so far the packages we've recorded have been really hot.
And you know what they do in the kitchen?
Packages
they
are
cook.
hot, okay.
So we'll still have this for the morning show
Yep,
and
there
the
you go,
noon show. So all your favorite recipes will still be made here.
This is our interview set, where guests can come in to talk about issues of the day or answer
And then
viewer
we'll
questions.
once we go
It'll
to that shot
mostly
there,
be used for the morning and noon
Blake,
shows.
But at night, we can push it out of the way
So you'll
and
need to
stand
go
here in
with
front of
here,
these
John.
beautiful quad plasma screens. Allows us to tell the story in a much bigger, more beautiful way.
This area is a place for us to tell stories off the anchor desk. You'll often see sports here with the 4 small monitors behind them. And you'll often see reporters in this area where we find Scott.
And this is one of my favorite parts of the set because it highlights the beautiful aspects of Tulsa history and architecture. We've got our new neighbor here, the Cain's Ballroom, Philbrook and Gilcrease Museums, the Boston Avenue Methodist Church, and way over there in the corner, Route 66. It's fabulous.
Yes, it is fabulous. And of course, we had to have some kind of homage to the Mother Road here in this studio.
Route 66 and Channel 6, just a part of Tulsa history. Here's the big anchor desk where you'll see Terry and I every night, along with John and Travis and all the other anchor teams
1
right
minute
in the
left this
center of things.
package.
And behind us on both sides, these big, again, high-definition plasma screens that allow us to tell beautiful pictures in beautiful color.
And many times you'll see pictures of the city skyline behind us in the anchor desk. But other times, like now, it will be open to the newsroom where you'll see the reporters and the producers getting ready to produce the next newscast. We'll have more about that later.
Severe weather coverage, of course, a big part of what we do here at Channel 6. And for the first time in decades, our big, massive Warren Weather Center is right up here in the main studio.
And when he says big, massive weather center, he's not kidding. Now, we still have the green screen that many of you are familiar with our old studio. But take a look at this equipment these guys have to deal with, and so much room. There's room for all the meteorologists to be here. All their equipment is right here together. It's really a great setup for them to help keep you safe during any kind of severe weather. 10 seconds,
stand by for your music and stand by your
jib. The newsroom is just through this secret passageway back here.
Here we
we'll
are,
take you
5.
there on our newscast tonight at 9 and 10.
We'll see you then.
Music, dissolve cue.
Well, it's been a warm winter day on the Osage Casino Skycam network.
Stand by your break.
Dick Farrow uses his new weather gear to track a dramatic cold snap on its way to green country.
And fade this right break. I didn't like that. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. Stand by 2. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And fade up, cue him.
Meteorologist Dick Farrow joining us now from the new weather set. One of my favorite things, he can no longer run away from me. You got to stay here and chat with me now.
Oh, no. Wait, how do you like this? I mean,
it's great. I love it. Oh, I love it. It's huge. It's gorgeous. And we're mobile now.
I've got a pedometer on, so I'm keeping track of how many steps.
10,000 steps in this studio.
It won't be any problem at all around here.
Good day to walk outside, though.
Good day doing anything outside, including a movement, which, of course, a lot of us have been doing today. In fact, if you take a look at the National Radar Summary, you'll be able to see that we're not the only ones that have been enjoying some mighty nice weather for the last several days.
All him from
just
here.
Not much
Be
going
out
on
3 on a 2.
Let's go way up in the north. Let's see, up around the Dakotas, Great Lakes. They're getting a little bit of wintry weather up there. As you can see, all of the Gulf South.
They're just mirrors. He's still a bit see-through.
I think he's still see-through.
We've had some nice run of weather. Here's what it looks like with the radar satellite composite. Notice the absence of any clouds as well. Now, you've noticed that if you've been outside at all.
3 minutes.
There's also really nothing coming our way anytime soon. Now, we may see a few high clouds from time to time, but that'll be about the extent of it. Here's what it looked like in Grove around the Patricia Island area there up around Grand Lake. You'll be able to see the severe clear that they pretty much enjoyed all day long. You'll also be able to see some golfers coming and going, obviously taking advantage of what's been a very, very pleasant January day. And we're looking at a little bit of a change tomorrow, more of a change as we get into the Monday time frame. Here's what it looks like looking into downtown Tulsa. We're, of course, enjoying fair skies. We've had relatively light winds throughout the day. Right now it's 56, very mild for this time of year. 34 is the dew point with a light westerly wind. The winds have been relatively light pretty much all day long. The barometer's rising at 30.10. Notice we topped out at 65. Notice we started the day pretty close to what our normal daytime high would be.
Do not move after weather here. Steve's going to come out and take a look at something.
We're not setting any records,
do
nor
not
we're likely
move
to, but this warm trend is going to stay with us. And we've been on a bit of a roller coaster ride this week. Remember Monday and Tuesday, how cold it was, things have really warmed up for the last couple of days.
We'll move cameras around if we have to in the next block.
The roller coaster ride continues.
We'll see how long Steve needs to look at it for.
Much colder than on Monday. Then starting to
2
rebound
minutes,
again for the middle of the week before it cools off again later in the coming week. Right now around eastern Oklahoma, we're looking at pretty much 50s. Let's see, 53 in the Veneta area, 54 Stigler, 52 Bristow. Obviously not a whole lot of temperature variation, and winds are relatively light, generally from a south to southwesterly direction. I notice a little more of a northwesterly wind up here in Osage County and Pawnee County. It's a little bit of a wind shift line. It's going to be working its way on through the area for the overnight hours tonight and then into the day tomorrow. It's not going to make a real big difference as far as temperatures are concerned, but it will get us a little cooler to start the day, still milder than normal. And with fair skies and a light northerly breeze, we should be mostly in the 30s, maybe along the Oklahoma-Kansas state line, some upper 20s to start your day. Then as the day wears on, a light wind becoming more east and southeast per part of the day, which should get the more southern counties back up around 60. Then a stronger cool front will be arriving tomorrow evening. Now, you really won't notice much of a difference for tomorrow. The real difference will be noticed on Monday when that really colder air will be coming through, and it'll just be getting us a glancing blow the way things are shaping up right now. So here's what it looks like, that front moving in during the late evening hours of tomorrow. The cooler air really beginning to filter in then for Monday. Notice we'll be back into the 20s, a little more like normal. And then Monday afternoon, not much of a warm-up with the daytime high only around 39 or 40 degrees. So look for shifting winds for tonight. 44 degrees to start the day, or rather at the midnight hour, 34 to start your day, and then 51 by the noon hour, so warming up rather nicely. And then after that, well, things will be, again, that brief cool down, just kind of a glancing blow for Monday. Things will be chilly to start the day on Tuesday, but beginning to moderate rather nicely that afternoon as winds return to a southerly direction. Wednesday and Thursday looking pretty good. Might see an isolated shower with another stronger front.
Stand by, camera 3.
That means another cool down for Friday and Saturday. So the old roller coaster ride is going to be with us for the coming couple of weeks.
Yeah, they say you can't please everyone, but you got a little bit of everything in that forecast.
Except rain, not much the way of rain.
I know. So no pleasing you then,
Ready
right?
to.
He's always looking for rain. Thanks a lot.
Take two,
well,
music,
up,
roll A, kid is off.
OU, OSU,
Stand by your break,
ORU,
master.
all facing huge conference tests. We have your highlights next in sports.
And fade this, ready break. All right. 10 seconds. Stand by. Default sound and a 3 effects with. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll D. Up sound. Stand by. 3 effects with. Animate is on cue.
Oklahoma faced its toughest test of the basketball season today in Manhattan, Kansas. The Wildcats from K-State are ranked 16th in the latest AP poll. But the Sooners had won 5 straight and were in a 3-way tie for first in the Big 12 coming in. Bruce Weber had his guys keyed up for this one. First half, Romero Osby, a big dunk off the inbounds play. Sooners looked great for 16 minutes of the game.
Lower
led
third
by 4
score.
right there. K-State would have an answer, though. Adrian Diaz, the flush. Cats up by 5. Second half, Sooners keep it close. Amat Imbai, big dunk off the inbounds play again. But K-State had an answer. Will Spradling with a dagger.
Animate.
Ready for the sports very good. K-State wins the final was 69-60.
Take
the 11-4 Cowboys are back in Stillwater to host Texas Tech this afternoon.
Ready
OSU won its last 4 meetings with the Red Raiders, and a win would move the Cowboys back to 500 in conference play.
Ready,
OSU control the day. First half. Kamari Murphy dishing to LeBrian Nash for the flush.
Animate out. Go. Lower third score to be full sound.
The dunk fest would continue second half. Markel
Brown.
Lower
third score, okay? Be full sound
big
with
throw
next.
down and the foul. 3-point play for him. Brown also getting it done from the outside. He'll nail the 3 from the corner. Then Brown with the dish down
Stand by,
low
be with
later
for sound.
Michael Cobbins for the dunk. The Cowboys cruise. Brown had 21 as they win 79-45.
Robbie, what sound?
I liked our intensity level. I liked our sense of urgency.
Animate out.
That,
another key at 16. This runs 29 seconds. Out to 3.
Guys carried over what we worked on in practice as far as the identity of our defense and what we want it to look like, what we want it to be. We just took the week to really work hard and focus on getting back to the fundamentals that
10 seconds. Ready. 3
we started the season off with. We kind of got away from a few things, and we just had to get back and focus on the little things that made us successful. And I think we did that, and I think it showed tonight.
Animate, take cue.
The Golden Hurricanes started a 2-game road trip at Tulane in New Orleans this afternoon. TU rode into the Big Easy on a hot streak, winning 4 of its last 5 and sitting in second place in Conference USA. Tulsa trying to pull out another road win. First half for Danny Manning's team, the tip out to Pat Swilling Jr. for the 3.
Lower third score to Biz 3.
2 at that point.
No lower third score. Okay, Biz 3 next.
Feeling it from behind the arc. His 3 would cut a Tulane lead to 5.
We'll worry about later. Stand by Biz 3.
Watch this from Ricky Tarrant. He doesn't even jump. He just decides to pull the trigger. Long 3 ball right here.
Don't take scoreboard.
Goes on to win a tight
no score there. 3. Give me a straight shot.
ORU on the road taking on Sam Houston State. A win would move them to sole possession of second place in the Southland. Warren Niles and Sean Glover Both
go to 3.
scored
Take
17
3.
points as ORU escapes with a 65-61
Turn
win
to
in
Florida Sports
overtime.
Plaza next.
The Golden Eagles moved to 10-8
Ready, 4.
on the season.
Turn
the
take.
16th ranked Sooner women hosting Texas today down at the Lloyd Noble Center in Norman. OU came into today having won 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two.
Take.
Happy birthday
Ready,
shout
Key.
out goes to Sherry Cole. Sooners would play
Key
well
animate.
on her birthday in the first half.
Animate out. Lower third score. Do you have a lower third score here? Nope.
OU's leading scorer hits
what about
3
full
threes
screen?
in the game. OU up by 6 at the break. The game was
We're
won
good.
in the first 5 minutes of the second half.
No full
Joanna
screen.
McFarland with a lay-in.
All right,
with 15.
3.
Then Ellen Berg connects from the baseline.
1, give me a straight shot of John. We're going to come out to 1 next.
22 points. Sooners win 69-56 and a happy
Ready,
birthday
1.
to
Ready, 1. No full screen.
Cole
Let him know,
Sooners now
Scott.
5-0 when they
Ready,
play
1.
on her birthday. The
Ready,
ORU
1.
women rounding out a 2-game road trip.
Take 1.
And they were at Sam Houston State today. They're trying to stay
out
on
to
top
2
of the
next.
Southland Conference standings. J.C. Bigham had a game high 25,
Stand by
but
2.
they fall 54-47. They're now 4-2, pardon me,
Turn
in
take.
conference play. And
Ready, 1.
coming up later tonight.
Glad you could join us on the weekend.
This is beautiful,
Take 1.
isn't it?
It's
Ready,
wonderful.
Take 2.
It's a party here.
Yeah.
There you
Ready,
go.
3 with.
Wonderful and beautiful.
Which kind of goes along with the weather we've been having.
Turn take.
Yes, we've had beautiful, wonderful.
Animate out. Stand by 3D1. Dissolve.
And as we take a look at the forecast, you're going to like
all right,
tomorrow
out
as
to
well.
2
Now
for the
it's
web
gonna be
close.
a little cooler than it was today. It won't be quite as warm to start. A little cooler that afternoon.
30
Still
seconds.
way above normal. The big day is going to be Monday. That's when things will, the bottom will kind of fall out of things.
Stand by
not
2.
for long. We'll start rebounding rather nicely on Tuesday. That'll continue into Wednesday and Thursday before the bottom falls out again on Friday and Saturday. After all,
And
this is still January,
dissolve.
so those ups and downs can be
15
expected.
show.
Unfortunately,
Music.
not much in the way of rain
You have to use T2 or something, John.
We sure could use it, though.
Animates
thank
copyright.
you so much for being here at 6 o'clock, the first newscast from our
And
new
run it back.
studios.
And go
Join
in
us
there.
for
Stand
more
by your break. In
tonight
5,
at 9 and 10.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fade it. Roll your break. Nice job, everyone. Whew. Thank you.